Chances of this being a success are roughly nil, I'm going to suggest. What do you do if your interior mirror has fallen off? In this video, I hope to show you. Stage 1 is optional. I bought this car for the second time in July 2018. That's almost 3 years ago, and I've done nothing other than use a temporary stick-on mirror that was kindly supplied by a friend of mine. Thank you, Cam. That has been very useful and will continue to be useful, because I think I'm going to transfer it to Tucky the Invercar, who is very let down in terms of mirrors with massive blind spots, so I'm hoping that will come in useful. This is the original mirror. You see it's got this button that it slides into, and that button attaches to the windscreen here on this specific spot. There's remnants of glue, fingerprints, sucker marks, so the first stage is going to be to just clean this up. Someone has tried before, but the problem is proprietary aftermarket mirror suction pads and glues tend to be absolute rubbish. So what am I going to do that's different? I'm going to use Permatex. Permatex, it's a specific rear mirror adhesive. This actually came from Lithuania on eBay. It seems we can't get this easily in the UK. I'm not sure why. This was a recommendation from my friend Andrew, who works at a garage in Melbourne, Australia. So if it can cope with extreme heat like that, then I think this will be just the job. It seems to have all sorts. For use on metal buttons only, permanent bond, no drip activator. Oh, I see, we've got adhesive and activator. So we'll see how that works. Unfortunately, because it's come from Lithuania, the instructions and warnings are all in Lithuanian, or whatever language they speak in Lithuania. I don't know if I can get to the UK information, so it's going to be a bit interesting to try and work out how to use. It does sound like nasty stuff. I might put gloves on, but stage 1 is going to be to clean this up. I will say there is another alternative. If you live in a city, or even outside a city but near someone who fits windscreens, go and see them. I've done that in the past, because I found, especially with some of these, you know, really quite heavy interior mirrors, the aftermarket stuff is just rubbish. They do this stuff all the time when they're replacing windscreens. They've got professional stuff and it works really well. So for a contribution to their tea fund, you can sometimes get them to fit one if they're feeling particularly generous. So that's definitely worth an approach. I apologise to all the auto windscreen fitters who are sick of this, but you know, we need our mirrors to stick. So yeah, that is one avenue, and one I have used before. But this is the first time I've tried a DIY roof with something that is hopefully going to work. So stage 1, we'll clean this up as good as we can. The button I've already cleaned and lightly dressed. It's got quite a lot of scratches in it actually, but ideally I would get this button off and stick the button on its own, but the button seems particularly happy there, perhaps because of whatever gloop has been used before on this car to try and make that stick. I had to scrape off some real nasty stuff, so let's give it a go. Right, I'm going to clean up the area with Wonder Wipes. Claims to be able to clean hands, brushes, metal tools, remove sealant, oil and grease, glue and adhesive. So that's exactly what we want rid of. All of this stuff up here. Giving the entire windscreen a bit of a wash. And yeah, oh yeah, that sealant is just coming off. There we go. I don't think it was very good sealant in the first place. So we'll give that a clean. And we'll let that dry off, and also do the same with the metal button, just to make sure there is nothing left on here that could contaminate. I'm going to use my phone to actually look up the instructions, because I think this is one case where winging it is not going to be good. I mean, after all, this costs £6.99 to be sent all the way from Lithuania, and if I waste it, that'd be very, very annoying. It seems they really do want you to remove the button. Achieves handling strength in seconds and mirror mounting strength in 30 minutes. So I've got to have that button sitting there for half an hour before I can even attempt to slide the mirror in. That's a bit of a disappointment. I've also got to get it in a place where I can get the mirror over the button again, so that's got to be borne in mind. I wonder how they did it at the factory. It's probably where you find out they fit the mirror before putting the windscreen in the car. Now, there's a provided alcohol prep pad for cleaning up things. even more. Fold the packet back to use. The towelette is attached to the foil packet. Do not remove. Apply the activator to the inside of the windshield where the spot has been marked. Well, the spot has been handily marked by Daewoo. Put a black mark on the windscreen. Allow the activator to dry for at least 2 minutes. Use a circular motion to make sure the activator overlaps the mark by at least ½ an inch. Righty-ho. Cut the cap off the adhesive tube and apply 1 drop to the center of the button. Remember, more is not better. Power, less is more. We already know that. Immediately apply the button to the windshield. Hold firmly against the windshield for at least, sorry, windshield is American instructions. Windscreen for at least a minute. Do not move the button. Allow it to set for at least 30 minutes. Mount the mirror bracket onto the button. So the kit has got this cleaner activator towelette, and then the adhesive is here. So I'm going to need some scissors as well, and I might get something that I can use as a working surface that isn't the passenger seat. Yeah, something is not quite right here. I've got the mirror in a roll of tape, which I'm trying to use to hold it steady so I can tap this out. But it really shouldn't be this stiff. Yes, I know those in the know will now be screaming at their computers or TVs or whatever. Don't be doing this. I discovered why this wouldn't come out a bit later on in this video. So that's enough torture scenes for now. I had to resort to a ruddy great vice in the end, but finally I have the disc out. And that's the end that was at the top. So it must slide in like so, and then it slides out again because it's held by gravity. So we're getting somewhere. You may wonder why the engine's running. That's because there's an ideal temperature range, and I think we're probably just about in it, but I think a little more heat probably doesn't hurt. So we've got the vents on the windscreen, and I'm going to say, oh, we are good to go. We need to apply the activator towel to the windscreen and leave it to dry for at least 2 minutes. So I'm going to peel this back, and there is the towel contained within. Do not remove it from the foil, it says. So we'll apply that to the button up here, not to the button, to the mark, and we'll leave that to dry for at least 2 minutes. Oh, that's honking. Might have to open the window. Do not touch the glass after the activator has been applied. So no need to wait 2 minutes, and then I can apply the adhesive to the center of the button. Repairs can be made ideally at temperatures from 50 Fahrenheit to 75 Fahrenheit. 10 degrees, okay, 10 degrees Celsius, we're definitely above that today. And I'm going to aim to put the button fairly low on the black mark because I've done a sort of a dry test, and I can definitely hook the mirror in over the top to lock it into place. So that's good. I'm going to make my cut now, I think, on the adhesive. Cut right along the line there with what appear to be hairdressing scissors. I'm not sure why I've got those at the unit. There we go, 1109 it is now. So 1 drop right in the center of the button. Let's see if we can do that. There we go, 1 drop is all it takes. And that is the top. So get ready for this. This is going to be really exciting. I'm going to apply that to my little black pad here, and now I need to hold it for another minute. It's 11:09 at the moment. I'm hoping the display on my phone won't go off before I've actually got that to set, because it hasn't set yet. Getting quite warm in here now with the heater running. Myrtle definitely benefiting from her cola flush. I'm a bit worried that I can rock this slightly. It appears not to be entirely flat. That's worrisome. How's it meant to work? In fact, I might even give up at this point. I don't think that's going to work. That's not completely flat on the windscreen. So let's have that off, and we'll cancel this operation. I think I've got to work out why my button isn't flat. Right, we're going to go for that again. Just on a dry test, it feels much happier. We'll apply some fresh applicator to there, and we shall squeeze another drop of this precious liquid onto here, and then we shall hope for the best. The blood flow is fast disappearing from my arms. Maybe I should have taped it in place. No, that's not working. I think I'm going to have to tape it. This is some low tack gaffer tape. It really isn't very sticky at all. Line it up where it needs to be. Oh, there we go. It's slightly difficult because I can't actually see the button anymore. That's where the button is. That's where the button needs to be. The chances of this being a success are roughly nil, I'm going to suggest. And what's the best thing to do while you wait? Make a cup of tea. Well folks, we are just over half an hour on. I had a cup of tea, I've adjusted the clutch on the 2CV and filmed that. And now I'm wondering, how lucky am I feeling? Now you have to ignore all the sounds of diggers and dump trucks behind me. They've got some fairly epic groundworks going on here at the moment. But let's gently see. Well, it's staying there. That really isn't very level at all. OCD people will be most displeased by this. Let's give it a wiggle. Okay. Now we need the real bravery. Just room to get in above it. And there we go. Oh, oh, there we go, that's done. It's just pulled straight off, so that didn't work. So even the stuff from Lithuania has failed me. That's nice. Back to stage one we go again. More adhesive to clean off. Diminishing pot of adhesive, and we'll have one last try at this. Cleaner stroke reactor type activator, that's the word, goes on that spot. Adhesive, if we've got any left, goes in the middle. I'm going to try a little bit more, and then we'll work out which way is the top. That's the top there. Oh no, I've got to wait 2 minutes, haven't I? That's where I went wrong last time. I've got to wait 2 minutes for that. When 3 o'clock comes around, it's not 3 o'clock. The clock in the car is wrong because the battery keeps going flat. There it is. Now is the time. Now is the time to try and make this work. Now I've got to wait another half hour, which is annoying because that takes us up to lunchtime. This is rapidly turning into man fails to fit interior mirror. That's our minute. The tape is holding it, so now all I can do is wait. Actually, executive decision made. I'm going to leave Myrtle here, go home, have lunch, and either come back this afternoon or tomorrow morning and we'll finish this job, hopefully. But I think we're done for now. So I'll move her and hope that doesn't fall off in the meantime. Well, it's another day, another hoodie, back in the power less is more. Available at hubnut.org. I need to test this, and I'm quite nervous. It's yeah, I had to leave it overnight, so it's been very cold overnight. But the question is it going to stick? There we go. That's the tape off. Hopefully we're done with that now. Yeah, seems okay. Now I'm just going to hold the mirror there, see if that's where I need it to be. That's a bit high, I'd say. I'm going to try and adjust it before I fit it because I'm now so nervous. But let's see if we can't clip it on. There we go, it's clipped on. I do need to adjust it. Oh, this is nerve-wracking. There we go, that's where I need it to be. And there we go, I have a mirror. It's a bit loose on there. I don't remember it being that loose before. That's a bit weird. Oh, I see, there's a little grub screw. Right, got a screwdriver, unscrewed that from the mirror, and then here is the little grub screw which operates here. So that grub screw goes into this dent there. Oh, there is actually a gap. to get in underneath. I wonder if I can do that. We are learning all the time here. So there is just enough room there to get that in on the grub screw. And then I can adjust the grub screw out to lock it into place on this plate. So let's give that a go. Sounds easy, doesn't it? I'm not sure what you'll see of this, but it'll be mostly me sitting down here trying to work out how to do this. Ah, rubbish. And there we go. That is now nice and secure. That was a palaver. I don't know what sort of an angle you had of me there, but the mirror is now attached. It is nice and secure and doesn't wobble. So all I've got to do now is hope it actually stays in place. It's that easy. That is the mirror reattached. So thank you very much for watching a man battle with a mirror on his Daewoo Matiz. And no, the Rover still hasn't gone yet. Hopefully in the coming weeks, lockdown easing, the Rover will be able to find its way up to Scotland. And yeah, I look forward to seeing you in a future video. Farewell.